You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Hidden Traps is now available in paperback and ebook from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car, truck, or SUV, just about any vehicle. It's true. Bad credit doesn't matter. No credit doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce, it just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now and drive off as early as today. Just text FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911 right now to get started. That's FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911. Auto financing the easy way. Text FINANCE to 357-911.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Everyone loves liberty. Our rights come from God, not the government. So why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your healthcare? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Liberty Health Share is founded on the idea that most people truly want to help one another. Healthcare sharing allows members to do just that as a true community that supports one another in times of need. Liberty believes people should make decisions for themselves and their families. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their healthcare. Freedom from guilt or doubt about how your money is used. You have the freedom to direct your healthcare, not to be dictated to by bureaucrats. Stop letting others tell you what to do and join a community of like-minded people. Exercise your freedom. Join Liberty Health Share and take back the control of your healthcare while helping those around you. Call Liberty at 855-58-LIBERTY. Again, that's 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or you can check them out at libertyhealthshare.org. Again, that's libertyhealthshare.org.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Sometimes writers feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
Seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they come, praising the sun. Oh, hear the hymn, telling the tale.
Welcome to a very Foo Christmas special coming to you live from KLRN Radio Studios here on KLRNradio.com. I am one of your hosts tonight, the lovely, the lyrical, the luscious, the Foo. And with me is a wide array of KLRN peeps like my co-host on Foobar, Odie Packard. Are you there?
Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
Ding. Would you like an apple pie with that? Okay, and with me also is the conservative curmudgeon himself, Grouchy G. Are you there? Guess he's there. Super producer and host of America Off the Rails, co-host of Jen and Rick and Robinson and Wright. We don't call him the hardest working guy in radio for nothing. Rick Robinson. Rick, are you with us?
See, I'm here.
Feliz Navidad. Okay, we also have Brad Slager, or is it Slagger, a.k.a. Martini Shark? Which is it?
Sorry. Slager.
Slager. The E makes the A long or something. Gotcha. Beaker, a.k.a. Polyphone Pontiff, is with us. Are you there, Beak?
Maybe.
Oh, good. He's here. And then as long as her plane isn't late, the lovely, magnificent Mo will be with us later on in this show. So we have a very full show, as you can tell, for our Christmas special. So you're in for a real treat tonight because we're doing Christmas our way, which may or may not be a good thing. But here we are. And to kick things off is your favorite kale eater and the guy who put the abs in absinthe, Grouchy.
Hey, all right. It is so good to be here with everybody and nobody, and you know how all that works.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, we've got a special guest on the line tonight. We have a first-time caller. Laura Whittington is online with us, and she has her daughter Kat with her. And first of all, hi, Laura.
Hey.
Hey, all right, there you are. And hey to Kat. Kat, you with us?
You want to say hey? Hello.
I love that. Hi,
Okay.
Kat.
Well, look.
Hello.
Hello. Well, look, guys. Here's the deal. Kat is working really hard, and she heard her mom say that she was talking to the radio people. And Kat thought it would be the coolest thing in the world to be on the radio and say hi to us. And Kat, are you home for the holidays now, Kat? Is school out?
No, not yet. But
not yet?
Sooner or later Friday. Friday's your last day.
Okay, so Friday's the last day. So what I want to do is, Kat, I know it's a little late this time around and it may not happen, but I want you to know that if you get straight A's, the Grouch is going to do something special for you. Okay? I don't know what that is yet, but we're going to come up with something fun.
Okay.
All right. So Mom's going to have to let me know, and we're going to get you taken care of. It I don't know. It might mean just buying you a whole gigantic swimming pool full of cheese dip.
Oh, wow. So wait, if I get straight A's, do I get a pool full of cheese dip? That's awesome.
No, you get cookies and pears.
Yeah, no kidding. I get cookies and pears. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Kat, this is awesome and excited for you and your Christmas break. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Be quiet.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I got excited about cheese dip. I can't be quiet about cheese dip. You talk cheese dip, I'm there.
I knew you would be a spirit animal with Kat, and that's why I wanted to say hi to her too.
Oh, hi, Kat. So are you
she
done
has
on
a thing
Friday?
about cheese dip, so.
And then you have 2 weeks off for Christmas?
Yeah, she doesn't have to go back until January the 8th.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. My kids have to go back like on the 2nd, so I'm sure they're very envious. How fun. Are you guys big plans?
All family stuff. You can.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm trying to, but Mom keeps interrupting me.
Oh, you know what? Moms do that. That's kind of our saying. We always interrupt our kids. Are you doing something cool, Kat?
Let me answer this question.
Are you doing something
You
cool?
answer the question. Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hanging out with my family. That's amazing.
That is awesome. And then did you already make your Christmas list? You're good to go with Santa and all that?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you on the nice list?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. That a girl. That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you called tonight to hang out with us crazy people on the radio.
I didn't know you guys were crazy people because I'm.
Oh, we are. We are. All of these people are, but no, we are. We're very excited for Christmas too. That's why we're doing the Christmas show.
That's amazing. I'm very proud to be on this show because this is my first time being on a live show before.
Yeah, you know, that's a pretty big deal. I don't think I did any radio until I was almost 40 years old. So how old are you?
9.
9? And you've already done live radio? Dude, you are a rock star.
I tried to be brave, and I think I can do it. I can handle it.
You totally handled it. It is, and it's kind of intimidating. It takes a lot of bravery to come on and talk on the radio. You've done great. I'm sure Santa's impressed too. I think he's listening. I hope. Well, maybe not later.
Once you get into talking, then you just kind of forget that you're even nervous about it.
Isn't that funny how that works? I'm still the same way. I've been doing radio for 6 years. I'm so old, and I still get nervous. So that's awesome. You're already there. Do you want to do radio when you grow up?
I don't know.
Smart answer.
All right, you're a thinker there, kiddo. Okay.
All right, Kat. Well, look, hey, Mom's gonna let me know when you score those straight A's, and it doesn't even have to be this time. It can be next time, because like I said, I know it's late, but we'll do something special for you. Okay?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Well, you be good for Mom and Dad, okay? And you have a Merry Christmas, Kat, and I'm going to be talking to you soon.
Merry Christmas, Kat. We're so proud of you for calling.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Save room for that cheese dip.
Yes, always, lady. You're the best lady I've ever met.
Oh, well, you're the best lady I've ever. My name is Sam. You can call me Sam anytime, okay, Kat?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, my dear.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura. Enjoyed it. We'll
Merry
talk
Christmas.
soon, okay? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Bye, Kat. They were adorable. How could you bring in such nice people to this show?
Hey, I'm telling you, they're the nicest people I've ever had on.
They are adorable. I adored that little girl, but she was smart. Now I'm not doing radio. I'm not crazy. Amen, girl.
Yeah, I got that right.
Got that right.
Give us 10 minutes and she won't think radio's cool.
Right. Exactly.
She'd hang out with you guys and run. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? That was an awesome way to start our Christmas show, G. I'm so glad you did that. Look how smart you are.
Hey, I try.
Yeah, no, you know. It's the kale.
At least, well, yeah, I was going to say a piece of kale would be great. I think there's a counter going on somewhere for a commercial break coming up in probably about 30 seconds or so.
You're a psychic.
Good people make good shows, and that's what it's all about. And it's especially all about the kids. And if we can't have a good time with that, then we're in the wrong business. So
yeah, I get you. That was awesome. That was a fun way to start the show. She's darling. Now I'm all in a happy mood. Look what you did.
I know. Isn't that great? And I've lost the timer again now, so I don't know where we're at on the commercial break.
I just make fun of Rick when it goes away. Oh, I hear a break. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do. Don't want a doll, no dinky tinker toy.
My son was in the Army back during the Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
I'm just thinking of all the stuff I don't have that you're not giving me.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Only a hippopotamus will do. Yeah, and I can't sing. That's why I don't. But anyway, welcome back. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. We're doing the Christmas special. It's a very full Christmas right here on KLRN Radio. I'm your Grouch, the mediator for right now. I have the microphone in hand, so I'm gonna start with a little topic that's been kicking around the news. We're gonna keep it a little light, tonight. This is all supposed to be fun, so we're not gonna get too serious. But there's been a little commotion about this 70-year-old song, "Baby It's Cold Outside," and
Ron literally just said that in chat.
Yeah, I mean, it's been all over the place. You just can't get away from it. And we've got a gentleman with us that actually wrote a whole piece on this thing, and actually had this discussion with him on his podcast the other night. So without any further ado, let's bring the expert on the topic in here. Brad Slager is with us. How you doing, Brad?
You call me a gentleman.
And an expert.
An expert. That's what killed me.
Oh, my God. That just wipe a tear right there for a second. That's just good stuff.
Expert.
Before we start, I just got to say something about that last segment, and that is if you can afford a newspaper subscription, you can afford a swimming pool full of cheese dip.
Yay! Cheese dip.
Paraphrase Mo.
I'm excited for some cheese dip now. So, Brad, you're the expert on Baby It's Cold Outside.
I thought you were going to keep it light here, and you start referencing Salizzle like that, and now I threw me off balance for a second. But yeah, the leftist outrage over this song is really, gosh, I don't know, how do you describe it? Grinding my teeth, shaking my head, wanting me to throw spears at people, but
typical.
Get off my lawn.
Right. But it's been going on for 2 years. This has been a meme for 2 years, at least 2 years.
Well, what I love is, like Grouchy said, this is a 70-year-old song that was acceptable 70 years ago, and yet the people that couch themselves as progressive, forward thinkers, they're the ones that are rendered on the fainting couch over this song, which cracks me up. But I just started digging into the details of this, and this was not a tune that was penned by Leisure Suit Larry. He's not, there wasn't somebody trying to pick up women with this. This was a husband and wife team that actually wrote this song.
That is an excellent 90s porn game reference you made there too.
Oh my God. I don't even want to know. I had no idea. I hope Laura and Kat aren't listening.
Gamergate strikes again.
Come on, guys. I mean, if you're looking for somebody to class the joint up, you don't need a microphone.
Between the Amish guy and this other guy, yeah. So no, continue, Brad. You're the expert on the porn thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So speaking about porn, let me elucidate further here.
Christmas porn. I'm out. I'm done already.
We call that Bigfoot erotica.
No, we don't.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Oh,
you guys have no idea how close I was to pulling a string on actually buying an ornament that was Bigfoot wrapped in Christmas lights. And it was all because of you guys. I was I was a fan. And then they sold out. But
I'm the fish porn. He's Bigfoot. That's the thing. It's his fault.
Okay. I didn't see
so
any
what you're
fish
saying is to
ornaments.
you, fish porn is normal, but Bigfoot erotica is bad.
That's what I bring to the show, apparently, is fish porn and chainsaws. I don't know. So go ahead, Brad.
Okay.
Continue this whole husband-wife weird porn thing. I'm good.
Way back in the freewheeling 1940s, that's when this song was actually written. And this husband and wife team would do this they would go to like dinner parties in the New York City area with the entertainment elite. And everybody, they would all have to bring performance. And this was kind of their bag. It was only for that purpose that they made this song. And after about 5 years or so, the husband wrote some songs for an MGM Esther Williams movie. And ironically enough, one of the songs that he included in the film was deemed inappropriate. And this song was actually the replacement, believe it or not.
What was the inappropriate song? Do you know what that was?
Oh, I do not.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I never got the title of that, actually.
I got to go Google that now.
But this was in the era of the Hays Code. This is a governing body that was making sure, if a male and female kiss, that she had to have one foot on the floor, that kind of nonsense. But that's how controversial Baby It's Cold Outside was. It passed the Hays Code, but it doesn't pass the 2018 snowflake crowd.
Let's put that in context. You could not have Lucy and Desi in the same bed on television, but Baby It's Cold Outside completely passed the muster.
Yeah, exactly. It's and somehow in this day and age where you could have gangster rappers talking about raping 3 hoes at a party is acceptable, but 2 people talking about no, come on, honey, it's snowing outside.
Culture, huh?
I'm so confused. I don't want to know.
I'll give you my show notes afterwards.
That'll help. The show notes help me after I have some shock therapy.
But so in this Esther Williams swimming movie, which I know, rendering people when I say that, but the song was actually used twice in the film, and there was another scene with Red Skelton and another woman, and they sang the exact same song, except he was pushing the woman out, telling her she has to go.
get out, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, you're not staying here. And she's the one that's saying, no, it's cold outside. I'm sticking around here. And at one point, she actually flips him and throws him on a sofa and basically pounces on him.
This is with Red Skeleton?
He's like, you gotta go, ho.
You got to go, ho.
It's funny that you mentioned that, though, because I found the politically correct 2019 version of the song, and it sounds eerily like the Red Skeleton version. I have that if anybody wants to hear it.
Yeah,
nobody
We have time before the commercial.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I really can't stay.
Okay, you're free to go.
I've got to go away.
Understood, no means no.
This evening has been
Super
so
appropriate.
very nice.
But I do understand
My
consent.
mother will start to worry.
Definitely text her right
Father
now.
will be pacing the floor.
Here's the code and there is the
So
door.
really I'd better scurry.
I am gonna stand over
Well,
here.
maybe just a half a drink
You
more.
are in control of this
The
thing.
neighbors might think.
Invite them over if you like.
Say, what's in this drink?
Nothing but Sprite.
I wish I knew how
Just walk right out
to
the
break
door.
the spell.
I do know how to spell harassment.
No,
I
sir.
hear you loud and
At least I'm
clear.
gonna say that I tried.
I'm trying super
I really
hard.
can't stay.
Please just go out,
Ah,
baby.
but
Just
it's
go
cold
outside.
I simply must go.
Uber is right outside.
The answer is no.
Seriously, right
The
outside.
welcome has been
I'll walk you to
so
the
nice
curb,
and warm.
but totally consensual.
There's bound to be talk tomorrow.
Hopefully not about
At least
us.
there will be plenty
Please
implied.
do not imply anything.
I really can't stay.
Baby, just go out. Baby,
Baby,
just
it's
go. Baby,
Baby,
just
it's
go
cold
outside.
All right. And remarkably, that sounds a lot like Brad Slager singing, too.
Yeah, it really did. The Uber is right outside. That's the best part of that.
Except for the fact that I want to punch a kitten now. Jeez, what was that?
Ho, you got to go. That's what that was.
Right. Speaking of got to go, we'll be right back.
All right.
When I see the man chilling with his dog at the park, I approached him very slowly with my heart full of fear. Looked at his dog, oh my God, a ill reindeer. But then I was feeling good, the man had a beard.
Whether we realize it or not, everyone has been impacted by addiction. We all have family members, we all have friends that have faced this demon. But there's hope. There's hope in recovery. There's hope when we work together to rise above the plight of addiction. I'd like you to join Mac Mullings every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on Rise Above Radio on KOKC 1520 AM, where they talk about the hope that is available to all of us. This bumper always makes me think of JD. Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rick. That JD is missing from the party, and that is sad. But we do love him, and we do
JD.
miss him. Yeah, we do. We could use a little Yiddish Christmas up in here.
One of us needs to be the crazy Jewish guy in the corner screaming at everybody. I'm not sure I can pull that off.
Hey!
Hey!
Well, you got the crazy part right, but you don't have the right plumbing. So.
Well, I am the Jew with the horse.
He's that Jew and the horse over there. Hey, I can't quite do it. I don't got the, it doesn't work.
Right.
Damn it.
Speaking of Jews,
Whoa!
Red light.
I don't know what just happened.
Speaking of the Jews.
So a Jew, a Nazi, and a white guy walk into a bar.
Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless us, everyone.
So have I been hearing that song Gin and Juice completely different?
All right.
Hey.
You're going to get letters. You're the nice one, G. Come on, man.
I know. I'm having fun though.
This has been the best Christmas Hanukkah ever.
You know how hard it is to keep it straight all year long and then bust loose at the end?
No, because I never.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Parental discretion is advised.
Oopsie. I think I said shit like twice before you did.
Yeah, anyway, Merry fucking Christmas.
If they don't know by now, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
So you were talking about the Jews there, G.
Actually, we're gonna pass on the Jews, and we're gonna go to another slighted class of folks, if you will. We're gonna talk about some more outrage. We're gonna go with the Charlie Brown. You know,
the Franklin thing.
Apparently Franklin has been marginalized and never knew it worth a damn, because he never said anything. It took the political left 50 years to say it for him, because poor Franklin got left on the side of the table by himself.
Well, he wasn't just by himself. They put him in like a lawn chair or something. And so like that was a big deal because everyone else had a regular chair. Although everybody sits in a crappy chair, he had the crappiest chair because it was a lawn chair and he couldn't get comfortable. So they were like, apparently Charlie Brown was deliberately making Franklin feel bad by putting him in the lawn chair.
Well, if I could correct the record just a bit.
Go ahead, Brad.
I mean, I've seen It's a Very Happy Klan Rally, Charlie Brown, so many times I can tell you specifically that when they gather around the table, they all have different chairs. Now, a couple of them, they brought them from outside. One's in a different lounge chair. One's in a regular lounge chair. He's in a fold-up beach chair model. Right. So
all crappy chairs.
Look, I have a problem with this because they didn't invite the poor Amish kid. I didn't see any butter churns or any kind of, round brimmed hats or anything like that around the table.
They always leave us out.
But they brought the lesbian. She's there. They got the black guy. He's there. You know, they got the dirty guy. I mean, there's some diversity there, you know.
Yeah.
This was so weird to me because I've been watching Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, since I was little, so a long time. Shut up, Orty. And I would never have even thought it would never even occur to me that this was something bad, that I needed to be worried about what color Charlie's friends were and where they were sitting.
Oh, no kidding.
We knew this was coming after they screamed about frickin' Apu.
Mm-hmm. He's going away.
Now that they've run him off the Simpsons. Yeah. They got rid of the one stereotype on The Simpsons. Thank God.
The one. But you know what really, but when I was a kid and even growing up watching it, what really ticked me off wasn't anybody who was there, but was how rude Peppermint Patty is. And that she invites herself over and then she has the nerve to bitch about what they feed her. I'm just like, who is this bitch? Go home. That's where I was. I was never, oh my God, look, Franklin's in a really shitty chair. I was like, oh my God, she's such a mean lesbian. How could he hang out with her? That's where I was.
Peppermint Patty reminds me of that woman in the news story that, the Secret Santa story that came out this morning.
Shared. I would strangle that woman. Ho, 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 bitch. It's on. Oh my God.
She was mad because they didn't spend the limit on her. The $50 limit wasn't reached, so she went and asked for more.
God.
Wow. And then had the nerve not only to ask for more up to the $50 limit, but presented a $120 tablet as an alternative apology gift for her Secret Santa to give her.
Yeah.
I'm glad he told her to get bent.
God, I would have flipped out. She would have.
There are not enough fuck-offs in my brain to have accommodated that gift.
Yeah, I would have broken a secret that day.
You would have what? I don't want to know. You'd have broken a secret?
Yeah, the anonymity would disappear at that stage. Let me tell you something.
Look here, lady. Oh, my God. Oh, you got to go. That should be a theme in this show. Besides Santa and Christmas spirit, oh, you got to go.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
You greedy hoe, you got to go.
Oh my God. It's kind of like the whole Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer thing, too. That really irritated me. Because, the whole point of Rudolph is, yes, he is different. And yes, people do react badly. And there is this weird barrier. But then they work through it and they realize his being different is a good thing. And, I mean, it is really, I mean, if you want to get technical, it could be talk about a disability and that there's this barrier with people with disabilities. And then they see that they're normal and they all get along and this person with disability does something great. They turn it into something about, hey, look how sexist and awful Rudolph's parents are, and they marginalize him for his nose, and Santa's an asshole, and oh my God.
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, I liken it to the other Christmas classic, Rudy.
Sean Astin, he's so cute.
What a Bilbo.
Only because he fits in your pocket. Just saying.
He's such an angry liberal. I know we're not talking politics, but he blocked me within like 3 seconds. He's so soft. He's a hobbit.
Yes, he's a soy boy.
Yes,
well,
he's a hobbit.
Do you want to know what's going to kill Rudolph entirely?
No.
A 308?
In about a year or two, somebody's going to recognize the fact that Yukon Cornelius is open carry because he's got the gun slid right into his tool pouch there. That's going to be the undoing right there.
He's going to have a gun. That's it.
Why? I'm surprised David Hogg isn't on that right now.
Oh, man, I should totally email him with a picture of this just to fade him.
Can he get away with that because he's got the earring in the wrong ear? You know? I mean, can he get away with that?
I don't know.
I thought he wore earmuffs.
I'm just asking. I don't know what the rules are.
Does Cornelius have an earring?
I thought he did.
He's like a pirate.
I thought he always had. He's got earmuffs all the time, doesn't he?
Well, now we got to go look and see if he's got an earring.
Chad, can you bring up a picture of Cornelius for us?
I'm doing it right now. I am bringing that up.
Well, and I never understood why the elf wanted to be a frickin' dentist. I hate going to the dentist. Dentists suck. Why would you want to be a dentist? And no offense if anybody who's a dentist is listening, but you suck. I hate dentists. Why would you want to be a dentist? Hey, elf, make some awesome toys. No, screw you. I want to go work on people's teeth. What?
Well, I mean, you got to think the currency of the North Pole is cookies and milk. That's obviously the currency that Santa pays the elves. This goes to a conversation that Dottie Derek and I had. But
yeah.
So,
no earrings.
You will eventually need a dentist. It's
no earrings. They were gold-colored earmuffs.
Ah, well,
nailed it.
Then it doesn't work for him. He doesn't have an earring. Nope, sorry. He's like an evil white dude. He's an evil white guy.
Yep.
Way to go.
Jeez.
Cornelius is an evil white guy. Now you've ruined Christmas. I hope you're happy.
That's it. Everybody got Cornelius.
4 out of 5.
Everybody.
4 out of 5 dentists hate other dentists.
Dentists are awful. I mean, I'm glad that they have dentists, but I would never. You know what? I think I'm going to stop writing for a living because I want to go work on people's gross mouths. Yay!
Thanks. Al just nailed it in chat. Rudolph is a great story about how everyone is an asshole until they want something from you.
Amen.
Way to go, Al.
That's the Christmas spirit right there.
That is.
That's everybody. It's not just Rudolph. It's people who are nice to you until they're, anyway. Ho, ho, ho. The ho's got to go. Okay.
It's an educational story.
It's an educational story about how the ho has to go.
And if Hermie wants to poke around in people's mouths,
why?
Poke around. I mean, people got to have that work done anyway. There might as well be smart people to do it.
But is he smart? I don't think he's really that. He's just kind of a whiny baby, too.
Well, he figured it out, didn't he?
If we're going to complain about these stories like Charlie Brown, it should be Peppermint Patty is an evil bitch and she's a nasty dyke. And that should be, hey, this idiot wants to be a dentist and he's such a whiner, let him go. Those are the real problems with these stories.
It's not Peppermint Patty's fault, though. She suffers from roid rage. Give her a break.
I have real problems with Peppermint Patty, and I have for years. I think she's horrible, and I hate the way she treats Charlie Brown. And Charlie Brown takes it. He never says, you know what, you're a real bitch, and I'm sick of you. Never.
She has a crush on Charlie Brown.
That's because Charlie Brown is the bitch in that relationship. That's why he takes it.
Yeah.
Well,
she's
that's
an angry lesbian, and he's a scared little guy, and she takes it on him that she hates men.
Yes, she takes it out on him with a strap on.
Okay. Didn't need that visual.
He's the beard.
Oh my God.
Hi, how we doing?
Hey,
but did you notice the closing sequence in Reindeer, by the way? When they're distributing all the Misfit toys?
Right.
They're up in the sleigh. And one of the elves takes the bird that can't fly, it can only swim. And he just tosses it right off the sleigh.
Nice. Tough love, baby.
Well, you know what? That's not unlike what mama birds do to their. Just knock them right out of the tree. Good luck. Here you go.
I mean, if they weren't over the Atlantic, that thing is toast. I'm just saying.
Oh,
but you know what? That brings up an excellent point because I don't think we have any with us here tonight, but I could be wrong. Somebody could identify themselves as one if they want to. But our friends over at Misfit Politics are, they're doing their thing right now while they're listening to us, of course, because that's how they are. That's right. Talk. But since we're talking about Misfit toys, we should talk about our friends at Misfits real quick too, and just wish them a Merry Christmas and tell them how much we love them.
Do I have to tell them how much I love them? I really love anybody.
I mean, we're done talking about them now.
Merry Christmas, Misfits. Actually, I do love a couple of them, but most of them are just,
Nah, the Misfits are great.
They are. They take a lot of crap like the rest of us, and God love them, and God bless them, everyone. Merry Christmas to our Misfit friends. I think that's really smart. Yeah, that worked.
I'm going to go nerd for a second just because you did it.
Nerd.
Okay. There's an episode of Stargate SU-1. This has been in my head for a couple of weeks.
Oh, my God.
Wait,
my God, are you still talking?
Mayborn's on a planet. He's king and everything like that. And then the Gould show up and he's all, oh, no, I welcome you with greetings of tidings and joy. Tidings and joy. And every time I hear that song now, I hear it in Mayborn's voice. So,
just when I think you said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Oh, my God. Nerd.
Who let him off the churn?
Oh, God,
we're not at a Christmas con right now, correct?
Holy shit. He's cosplay. Oh, my God. It's Santa. Nerd.
Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. Hey, guess what, guys? It's about time for another commercial break. So refresh your drinks, get your butts back in your chairs, and we're going to be back with you in about 2 minutes.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm climbing down off the table, and I am not putting my pants back on. To hell with anybody that says otherwise.
We're coming into the pantsless hour.
Wait.
Oh, God.
I was pantsless when we started. I just made mention of it now.
By the way, I was told there would be no requirement of pants, just for the record.
I am
you were
never
told what?
pantsless. I wear
I
pants
was told there
everywhere
would be
I
no
go.
requirement of pants, just for the record.
You
There
must
is
wear
no
pants.
requirement. There is no requirement of pants. I am invoking the misfit rule of there are no rules.
Except for the whole pants thing. You got to wear pants.
I would
Well, then I have to leave, so I'm not sure who's going to run the show. I'm just saying.
Work, I wear them, and I do it so I don't get arrested. I am not wearing them when I'm not there.
It sounds like an HR problem.
Yeah,
it is an HR problem. They need to get on board.
By the way, according to Dumbass Jeff in chat, we're at the 45-minute mark and 14 swears.
That's it.
So
Who's
fucking
in the lead?
A.
Who's in the lead?
We can fucking do better than that.
Wait,
All
who's
right.
in the lead? I want to know who's in the lead. It's
Jeff?
gotta be me. It's gotta be Sam. Come on.
Well, that's because you stupid ass half of retards had a 10-year-old on in the first 10 minutes.
Hey, you can't say retard. Twitter will ban you, you dumb shit.
We're not on
I said
Twitter, so
half.
fuck 'em.
We're losing our
suspension, not cut off.
Oh my God, Beaker's on the line. Did you guys remember that the Muppet was on the line? Because I forgot.
Well,
I remembered.
I thought he passed out on his microphone.
I'm in the lead by a landslide. Suck it, bitches. All right. But now
We
that
got a
he-
Muppet on? Is it Emmett Otter?
But now that he's saying that song, he might be ahead of all of us because that's a lot of effort.
He might. Hey, while we're talking about the Muppet, hey, Muppet, are you with us?
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
What's your familiarity with Emmett Otter?
I decline to comment.
You declined to comment. Okay, that's fine. Brad and I will save that for another day.
I love Emmett Otter and his jug band Christmas.
Right?
It is so awesome. And you look, okay, we're not going to save it then. So, Brad and I talked about this. You realize this was a Jim Henson thing.
Yes.
And Frank Oz. And it was the first time they actually used floors in the sets for Muppets. And you could see it on camera.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. Yeah. No, now that you mentioned it, that was, yeah.
Whoa.
It was the first time.
Mind blown.
Yep. And they use 3D sets and they use panoramic.
Exactly.
They use like wraparound camera shots, so it wasn't like a static scene. They would actually do a full 3-scale.
I love that show. God, that show was awesome.
And then later, the cabin that they used for Emmett Otter was in the movie The Jerk, is where Steve Martin grew up.
No.
I love that show.
Where he grew up a poor young black man.
Man, Christmas TV shows and Christmas movies and I mean even like Christmas baking shows. Like Food Network has got this Christmas stuff down. I love Food Network at Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's like my go-to. But like talking about Emmett Otter and John Denver Christmas with the Muppets, you remember that?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Notice
my!
how nobody is mentioning the Star Wars Christmas special.
Because we're not nerds. Nerd.
That was terrible. It was so bad.
I was going to say, because that thing needs to die in a fire. That's
I don't know why you people hate Life Day so much.
What I do remember is the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yes, I remember that. And what was sad, it was right after Jim Henson had died.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with the Muppets. I really was. Miss Piggy, when you're a chubby buck-toothed little girl with a stutter, Miss Piggy is the bomb.
Oh.
And, whatever. I grew out of some of it. But anyway, she was like this cool, beautiful pig. And it was okay that she was fat because she was fabulous. And so when you're this chubby little kid, here's the pig being awesome and kicking everyone's ass. So I was obsessed with the Muppets. And when he died, it was like the worst day for me. I cried like I knew the guy. So it was weird seeing the Christmas Carol with the Muppets because Kermit was different. But it was still a great movie.
So what you're
you did good in that, Beak.
So what you're saying is Politi Bunny was inspired by Miss Piggy.
You know what? I have been more than open about having this connection with this evil karate ninja pig from when I was a kid. Because she was fabulous and she didn't care. And when you're self-conscious and chubby and you got a stutter and everyone makes fun of you, you see this pig character and she's awesome. And Jim Henson knew all that. He was awesome with that. So the Christmas Carol, though, for me, I love this still, even though I can't help but notice that Kermit's voice was different. Michael Caine was the best Scrooge ever.
He really was. I mean, you can't say enough about how hard it is to perform like that with puppets around you.
Right.
Muppet puppets. It's very different than working with other professionals where you get a feel for how it's going to go. And, you can't look into a puppet's face and see what's coming.
No, there's no give or take. Even on the radio, we can't see each other, but it's pretty, we're human beings and we can kind of interact. And there's a human being doing the puppet, but it's still not the same thing. And he does a great job, and he's a great Scrooge. I mean, he is a bastard in the beginning, You're like, this guy really is a Scrooge, But then you've got Gonzo and the rat, who I can't remember the rat's name.
Rizzo,
yeah.
Well, I can't remember the little rat. But anyway, I love how he's basically Charles Dickens telling the story. It's just really good.
It is. And it's a classic, and it doesn't get the credit it deserves.
But I think with Christmas TV, like you've got all those weird, I don't know, those stop animation film. What are those shows called? What are they? You guys know who this is.
Like Lincoln and Bass.
Lincoln, thank you. And you've got the Heat Miser, and you've got the Wizard, and you've got 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and how Santa came to be. And these are freaking awesome. But my kids, I don't know about you guys, but my kids don't understand how awesome it is. They can just put it on iTunes and watch this crap.
Yeah.
Like when we were kids, we had to wait until Christmas. And then that little ABC would pop up or whatever, and there's your Heat Miser or whatever.
The little drum roll special. Doom, 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 doom.
Right. So,
and the Jolly Madison treats commercials and the
it was like really special, and I worry that my kids don't get that same experience.
Especially when it was in black and white TV.
I don't remember that.
I'm not that old. I'm kidding.
For Sam, for some of it, we have to go all the way back to radio days. I'm just saying.
Oh, that was gold.
That hurts.
That hurts to death. No offense there, Brad. Welcome to the show.
They had black and white radio? I'm confused.
Oh, my God. But no, I think it's like Charlie Brown Christmas came on, and we DVR'd it like idiots because my kids are like, yeah, whatever. They don't care. I think we've watched it 3 times, my husband and I, and we're in our, mid-40s. We want to watch it. And I don't know how to get my kids excited about these Christmas things, but what did you guys think of Charlie Brown's Christmas? What did you think of that one?
Well, it's always great. The little tree that could.
I love the little tree and how they talk about Christmas has been, it's all about the money and the presents, and then Linus talks about Jesus. It's so well done.
It is.
No, I was always partial to the Heat Miser, Freeze Miser.
They were great.
Those were great. I mean, they're the original Minions for one thing. I mean, nobody knew about Minions until that happened. Plus, I love the way that they were really so dialed in that they were able to predict climate change.
They were the earliest liberals. Oh my God. No, but those shows were great. And then it was Rudolph was the same kind of thing. But there's a ton of those weird Lincoln and Bass ones that people don't know are there.
Yeah.
And they were playing a bunch of them back to back. Like there's the drummer boy, the little drummer boy one I had never seen before. Some of them are a little creepy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That sheep and the little drummer boy. Yeah, that freaks me out.
That was weird, right? Okay.
And there's Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy who hates toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like a freaking Nazi. They look like Nazis.
Well,
yeah, they do.
I mean, it was really close to the end of the war when those came out. I mean, obviously they.
Yeah, the bad guys
were bad guys. There was not, like now the bad guys always have like a backstory, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're such an asshole. Here's why.
Yeah.
There's no backstory with these guys. They were just bad.
It's trying to release your terrorist brethren from, as you're holding a bunch of hostages in Nakatomi Tower.
Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie.
and you're about a minute and a half early on that segue, but we were going to keep that in the next session. But
look at you and your segue.
The whole thing, the whole thing with these, let's wrap up the cartoons and go to commercial here. But the whole thing with that, all these little cartoon stories, the claymation, the stop action, the anime, whatever it was that they did, they all came back around to the real meaning of Christmas. You know, and I really like the traditional approach to, you know, bringing that message forward. You might bring it in a non-traditional way, but it's the same traditional message over and over. Gratitude, thankfulness, you know, the baby Jesus, all that good stuff.
Peace, love, together.
I know, exactly. And while we're being grateful, I'd like to thank the people that came on with me the past few weeks to do the holiday tradition shows. They are my favorite shows every year, and we're going to keep doing that. And there's too many of you guys to name right here before the break, but love you all, mean it, and it was a blast, and I'd be happy to have any of you and all of you back on again sometime.
I don't like any of you, so there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
With a bow on it.
All right, guys, wave bye to Mojo. We'll be right back for the KLRN radio, folks. Hey, Mojo, folks, we got a surprise for you. Tomorrow, you're going to hear part 2 of the Foodtacular Christmas special, or whatever the heck she's calling this thing this week. We'll be right back, KLRN, folks. Stay tuned.
Wanna build a man out of ice and snow. I don't wanna kiss another mistletoe. I don't care if there are presents underneath the tree. Well, there's just one thing I need.
All right, and we're back for the KLRN only, folks, so keep going.
All right.
That's like the weirdest thing. So it's just you guys and us for now.
Smoke them if you got them, chat. Like, Mojo's not listening anymore.
Gravy minutes or something? I don't know. I mean, what do you guys got some kind of deal worked out? I don't know. I don't have to deal with that stuff. So
the people we really like get to listen next.
Right. Or are listening now. You know, we just kind of tease everything over on Mojo. You know, it's hey, you got. You know.
Okay, so since we're being real, since it's the KLRN group, hey Rick, we're gonna go until 9, then break and come back, and then we'll be on Mojo time again.
Yeah, so basically, you guys have the next 4 minutes to do whatever you want. I will basically do a little bit of the bumper again, and then we'll go right back into the top of the hour commercials, and we'll reset just like it's a fresh show.
All right, awesome. And then I guess, I guess I'll just steal the mic from you at that point.
Yeah, I was going to say I probably have to bow out for a little while anyway. I might be able to make it back, but that'll work out really good.
Slacker.
I see how you are.
Hey,
that's cool. I just thought this was fun because this is usually your hour.
Well, this is I got real life stuff to do, so.
That's fine, G. We'll take over from here.
And I'm on vacation for the next 17 frickin' days. So.
Holy cow!
I'm not talking to you anymore, sir. You can just leave now.
All right, look at you and your
Go.
white male
Those are 17
privilege.
paid days, too.
Okay, where is he in this conversation so I can dump him?
He's the one that's laughing at us right there.
There he is.
Yeah,
I see him.
Asshole. No, actually, I think, we call Rick the hardest working guy in radio. You're one of the hardest working guys in general, I know, so you've probably earned those 17 days, you asshole. I don't get 17
Bastard.
days.
Well, okay, let's be honest. There's 14 that are free and scot clear. I had to take 3 to add on to the end to finish out the last week.
Oh, you poor baby. You had to take 3.
I get 17 for the price of 3, so it's a good deal.
How will you stand it? How will you bear it? How will you get through it?
I don't know. I mean, I've got 130-something days on the books. I can spare these 3.
Wow, dude, that is awesome. I have no idea how much
Here I
time
am
have.
sitting here with like 5 vacation days, and he's like, I got 14 years worth of vacation days.
Woohoo! Merry Christmas, everybody.
I mean, I don't take a lot of time because at the end, I can save my days. And if I can get enough days built up at the end, I can retire early with those days. So I can go out and be paid for a whole year before I'm actually retired and not have to work.
Jeez. You don't have to work until the Nikki Haley administration.
Right?
Exactly. Fingers crossed.
Brad's voice kills me every time he talks. It's just like, oh, look, the radio guy's here.
Yeah, exactly. He's got
Yeah, the actual radio voice is here.
The radio voice is with us. This is quiet. Listen.
That's probably what Ron will be thinking on Friday. He's like, who's this guy and how can we get him over on Mojo?
Yeah.
So when the spirit of Christmas washed over the show and everybody started looking over things, what the hell are you people talking about?
So, yeah, hey, Sam, I meant to tell you, I know you're kind of an old school wrestling fan. So
yep.
I'm actually working with a mediator to try to get a couple of promos cut for my program with Terry Bollea and Dwayne Johnson.
Really? That's awesome.
Wait, not The Rock.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
believe it or not, that's his cousin.
Speaking of The Rock, I had to mute that meme that I tweeted the other day because I was at over 20.
Oh my God, it was
2,000 RTs, and it's a dumb meme.
You know, I was going to say, not only is it a dumb meme, but it had been out there for a week already too.
I didn't get it. I'm like, I don't get it.
And that's what I threw at my family too. And all I got was like about 15 responses of question marks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I let my wife see it, and she was like, yeah, I get it.
But that's Django Bell. Oh, there it is. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm one of those great minds on Twitter, apparently.
Yeah, rusty and illegal in all 50 states.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Pants are a cloth, jail for legs.
Yeah, at least we're not talking about cargo shorts.
Yeah. Don't be dissing cargo shorts.
The taco holder shorts?
Yeah, I got my fajita pocket. And
Uh-oh, we're going to break.
Going to break.
We'll be right back for hour 2, folks. Stay tuned.
I don't want to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. I don't care about a winter wonderland anyway. I don't want to build a man out of ice and snow. I don't want to kiss under the mistletoe. I don't care if there are presents underneath the tree. Well, there's just one thing I need. I just wanna.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk, or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Hidden Traps is now available in paperback and ebook from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car, truck, or SUV, just about any vehicle. It's true. Bad credit doesn't matter. No credit doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce, it just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now and drive off as early as today. Just text FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911 right now to get started. That's FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911. Auto financing the easy way. Text FINANCE to 357-911.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Everyone loves liberty. Our rights come from God, not the government. So why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your healthcare? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Liberty Health Share is founded on the idea that most people truly want to help one another. Healthcare sharing allows members to do just that as a true community that supports one another in times of need. Liberty believes people should make decisions for themselves and their families. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their healthcare. Freedom from guilt or doubt about how your money is used. You have the the freedom to direct your healthcare, not to be dictated to by bureaucrats. Stop letting others tell you what to do and join a community of like-minded people. Exercise your freedom. Join Liberty HealthShare and take back the control of your healthcare while helping those around you. Call Liberty at 855-58-LIBERTY. Again, that's 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or you can check them out at libertyhealthshare.org. Again, that's libertyhealthshare.org.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Sometimes riders feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
Seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they come, praising the sun, or in a dale, tailing the tale.
Welcome back to hour 2 of a Very Foo Christmas special right here on KLRN Radio. During the commercial break, I was checking out Mrs. Claus's tramp stamp, and I just realized that from one angle it says ho, 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 and from the other perspective it says oh, oh, oh. But,
yeah. No.
Anyway, I'm going to hand the microphone over to the very lovely, talented, fantabulous Foo, and I'm going to duck out for a few minutes and hopefully join you guys back. So it is all yours.
Oh, thanks for that lovely introduction with the ho and the o. That was a very Christmassy way to enter hour 2, and we are still here. Make sure you come back and join us, OG, if you can, because we need somebody to keep everybody in line, because you've been so good at that so far. Anyway, we're back, and thank you for being here for hour 2 of our Very Foo Christmas special. With me still on the line is Rick. I still have Orty, the Amish guy, and Brad is here, and the Muppet is still on the line. Aren't you, Beak?
Maybe.
There he is. See, he's quiet, so we got to keep checking on him. So we were talking about, before we went to break, and the chaos of going away from our friends at Mojo, which we're back now. Hi, guys. Hey, look at that. Hi, guys in Mojo. We're back. Oh, do you want to do the whole disclaimer thing there, Orty, just in case? Because, you'll probably say something fucked up, because you always do.
The following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised.
There. See, now we're all professional. Nobody.
I don't even have to read my notes for that anymore.
You said it how much you have your thing down. That's great. Yeah. Well, we've been doing Foobar for a year now, right?
God, I know, right? By the way, Rick, you killed it with that intro. That was just Brady and Carol Bell song is my favorite carol, and then nice. You just I want that as our intro every week.
We can't do that every week because it sounds like Christmas. You're just going to confuse the shit out of people if we have Christmas music every week.
Yeah, more so.
Oh my, yeah, good point. Like our audience isn't confused anyway.
Wait,
it's really sad. It's a sad thing.
Wait, we have an audience? Nobody told me.
I know, right?
We really need some more Kwanzaa carols.
Oh, Brad's here too. Hey, Brad.
How are we this evening?
We are peachy. Brad has the best voice in radio. He should do it all the time. I tell you, I'm like, seriously, it's like talking to a commercial.
Well, it's a good thing I'm over here lubricating it.
Okay, I don't need to know that. But we are still talking about Christmas and the joy of Christmas and how a hoe's got to go. So we were talking, though, in the first hour, and if you missed the first hour, shame on you. You suck. But anyway, we're talking about Christmas shows. And
you're getting coal if you missed the first hour.
First hour was a lot of fun because G ran the whole thing, and I could sit back and make fun of him, which was it was a good time.
Well, hang on. For those that are listening live, if you missed the first hour, you can catch it on Mojo Friday night. Just saying.
There you go.
9 p.m. Eastern, and then are we going to do the second hour on Saturday, right? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, we're going to upload the second hour before we air on Saturday. So
look how organized and professional we've gotten.
Well, Rick has.
Yeah,
we
that's what the hell I'm still doing. Thank God G was here to do those breaks, man, because I suck at those things.
I do them for a living, so if you need me to do it, if G can't come back, I'll do it.
You do it, because I am terrible. I'm like, what time is it? I have to be quiet.
We have a big countdown timer right there.
It doesn't. Like, I never can time when I need to be quiet, because I never am quiet.
That's because you can't be quiet anyway, whether there's a clock to tell you to do it or not.
I took your dig away from you.
No, you
didn't. But we're talking Christmas movies, and we've started talking about Die Hard. We have to spend some time talking about Die Hard and whether or not it's a Christmas movie.
Is there any contention about that, really? I mean, aside from wrong people on Twitter, everybody knows it's a Christmas movie.
Look,
there is a huge contention of people who say it's not.
What? It's really simple. It's either a Christmas movie or you're wrong.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, I could smack people in the face with this one, being the movie geek that I am. And I didn't even really know we were going to talk about this directly, but I'm currently wearing a shirt that does say, "Now I have a machine gun, ho, ho, ho."
Ho, ho, ho. All right, so Beak, you're the only one who hasn't said. What do you think? You better be careful.
I have nothing to bring to the table.
Yes.
That's the kind of magic you want from a guest.
That is. Right. That is Christmas magic right there. No, there is a huge contention, and it's not just on Twitter. It's in general. People who almost get angry when you say that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. See, like there's this whole idea that since it didn't come out in December, it can't be a Christmas movie.
Well, if you're going to make that argument, then Hocus Pocus isn't a Halloween movie because it also came out in July.
Hello, right? I mean, how could it not be a Christmas movie? It is so Christmas. There's Christmas music in the beginning. He's at a Christmas party. It's not a birthday party or a wedding party. Christmas party.
The only reason that heist could have worked is because it happened at a Christmas party. I mean, it wouldn't have worked any other time.
And like Brad said, ho, ho, ho. I have a machine gun now.
Well, I mean, let me know when you want me to. I can go even deep on this thing.
Well, I saw Mary Catherine Ham had an amazing thread on it, and then they talked about how his wife's name was Holly, and then shit got really weird, right?
Okay, you had Ellis in her office doing lines of coke. Snow.
Right.
Whoa, I hadn't thought about that one. That's a good one.
You had, of course, the penultimate scene when he squared off with the bad guys, and he's got his gun taped to his back with holiday packing tape.
Hans, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now they're in L.A., southern location, but at the close, everybody's walking out after the explosion and all the papers falling down, metaphorically snowing on the scene.
Whoa, I hadn't thought about that either.
Which is symbolism of almost every Christmas movie because, in the ones where there's, the message is Christmas at the end, it doesn't snow in the movie until the spirit of Christmas is realized.
Also, I can blow your mind with this one. Recall what the plan was of the terrorists when they wanted to take all the hostages and bring them up for the helicopter pickup, correct?
Correct.
Up on the rooftop.
Click, click, click.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Now I'm really that's it. I'm convinced there is no argument that can be made.
But even on top of all of that, the screenwriter has actually put out a couple of years ago. Actually, I think I saw this. He actually put out a comparison of this film to White Christmas with side by side. It has more Christmas songs. It has more Christmas references. They both have terrorists, things of that nature. But on top of all that, Jerry Bruckheimer was a producer on this, and he was actually on set when they were shooting the movie.
Yeah.
And he commented to the writer at one point in time. He says, "You know what?" He said, "We got a gold mine here because this movie, after its theatrical play, is going to go into syndication, and they're going to play the hell out of this around Christmas time."
Whoa! And
So
then in the chat,
he predicted that during the filming of the movie.
the cop is expecting a child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Yeah, it was.
John McClane is
Waterham-
the Christ figure, sacrificing himself for
He's
others. Did not want him on
barefoot.
scene.
His feet, with the glass. He walks barefoot in the glass. He has holes in his feet. Now, tell you what. And then this. So what was it? Guatemala. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering this guy's name. Yeah, the cop is expecting a child. Get out of here. See, how could it not? Even though Bruce Willis did say it wasn't a Christmas movie. He said
but
it
he
wasn't.
said it at a roast. So if you're going to use anything at a roast as verifiable proof, then
Frankie Gordon. Villain is Hans Gruber. Writer of Silent Night, Franz Gruber.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom. Boom, right, Frankie.
Mind
Yeah.
blown.
Oh my
See now,
God.
if you wanted some real contention here, Brad and I could go into it about 1941 being a Christmas movie.
Nope. I'm good.
Hey, didn't Jesus have a plucky sidekick in a limousine?
I think he did.
Yeah, he totally was in a limousine. Yeah, you got it.
All right, I'm muting again.
No, Big, I'm with you. We're here doing the eye connecting thing at the monitor.
Oh my God, that was funny. Yeah, he totally had a sidekick, and he listened to Stevie Wonder in a limousine. Yeah, that's what he listens to. That's the Christmas song. Is one of them is Stevie Wonder. Sorry, I know that because I'm a dork. I'm
Well,
totally confused now. I didn't thought about Hans Gruber and Franz Gruber. That does it.
There you have it. I mean, you don't get any more concise than that. Everything else is just,
Up on a rooftop. Click, click, click. They're doing snow. It's holly. Franz Gruber. I'm done. Christmas movie.
Yeah,
One of the best ever. Who could? I mean, it is.
this is the point of the conversation where I'd throw in the gingerbread Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah, that meme was hilarious.
See, Crow agrees with me. 1941 is a Christmas movie.
It's not.
Thank you. It is.
Why?
Slim Pickett's character, Hollis Wood, is a Christmas tree farmer.
Uh-oh. We're going to break. We'll be
All
right
right,
back,
folks.
guys. Stay put.
Here we go. We're in hour 2. Christmas Food Spectacular. KLRN Radio and Mojo. Hang tight. We'll be back before you know it.
Going and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, $1,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Going and blowing up bushels of fun.
And we're back from break. Thanks for sticking around, guys. And you are here with a Very Few Christmas special. With me on the air still is the Amish guy, Orty, the Muppet Beak, and we have Brad Slager with us as well. And, of course, Rick is with us as always. Are you guys still with me?
Yeah.
I'm
mostly.
Is the eggnog kicking in, everybody? Are we good?
I am fully nogged.
Are you nogged?
I am nogged.
I've been drinking orange Kool-Aid. That's how exciting I am.
Who is this Rick you are referring to? I have no idea who that is.
I don't even want to know. So what we're going to do now, since we've talked about Die Hard, I hear Brad. What we're going to do now.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you here with us, Brad? Are you good?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you need to go refill the nog there, my friend?
Keeping the throat clear.
Lubricated. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. We're going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies. And since Orty was giving me a hard time before break about 1941, why don't we let him explain why he thinks it's a Christmas movie? And is it Orty's favorite Christmas movie?
It's not actually my favorite Christmas movie. My favorite Christmas movie would have to be Scrooged. But 1941 is a Christmas movie. It takes place right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. You know, California's got war nerves. There's Christmas decorations everywhere in it, and it's just full of the Christmas spirit all the way through. At the end with the family getting together after all the shenanigans of the movie, and it's a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says, it's a Christmas movie.
Well, fine.
Santa Claus is everywhere. I mean, Dan Aykroyd shooting up Hollywood Boulevard from a tank, not blowing up Santa Clauses all over the place trying to shoot. It's a Christmas movie.
But okay, fine, if you say so. Now, why is Scrooge your favorite Christmas movie?
Scrooge is my favorite because Bill Murray is awesome.
Yes.
And it's the classic tale just done in the 80s. And, I just love it. I can't praise it enough.
So I love, of course, my first crush ever was on Bill Murray. And when he did Ghostbusters, I was madly in love with him, and I was 11. So I also like Scrooge. The skies, rivers and seas boiling.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah. So I had this big thing for Bill Murray. So I loved the movie. The part where he's talking to his boss who's been dead, and he's playing golf in his office, and he shoots him, and all the mice and crap fall out of him.
Right.
That is like the best scene ever. It's so gross. But you're right, it is very Christmas. And at the end, where he makes out with the Solid Gold dancer, and they're all on the stage, and there's Tiny Tim, and it's a good one.
God bless us, everyone. And, it's just the Christmas spirit. We tried gluing the antlers onto the little mice, but they just wouldn't hold. Well, have you tried staples?
I love that. Staples? I would never heard this little creature. Yeah, it's like, what does it call him? It was the guy from National Geographic. Marlon Jennings.
Marlon Perkins.
Perkins, that's it. Oh, my God, that's funny. That was an interesting one. I hadn't thought about that. Beaker, are you still on the line?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Crap. Sorry.
I don't know that movie.
That was a drink that I had on the chair behind me that I just spilled down my back.
That's not a good Christmas movie.
I was going to say I would have to concur with Scrooge. That's probably my favorite non-classic
Christmas
movie. I'm a little partial to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for no other reason that the reaction that my daughter gave when she saw The Abominable Snowman, which was let's just say that was about as animated as the movie.
Did she like him or did she not like him?
No, I had to explain to her that Bumbles really weren't going to hurt her, and
Aww.
but it was. And then we then every time we'd go out and see an abominable snowman, we went to Lowe's or Home Depot, and they had this freaking 40-foot abominable snowman blowing up, and I had to chase her down before she ran out of the parking lot. It was good times.
Good times. Oh, that's a good. See, that's a really good way to connect with a movie, and not that she was
emotionally scarring children. That is the way that you really celebrate Christmas.
That's old school. That's Gen X. Gen X was raised emotionally scarred, so good. Yeah. That's a good Christmas tradition to carry on.
You need to scar your children to be like Gen X. Absolutely, Brad.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. It's tough to come up with a favorite, but just because I populate myself throughout the holiday season. But like my love of bad film, for instance, I just love some of the horrible ones. I mean, I'm immersed right now in Jingle All the Way.
That's a Schwarzenegger film, right?
Yeah. It's,
God.
God, that is a piece of shit. Good for you. Merry Christmas.
I just love the fact that you got this guy that is, with his Austrian dialect, he can barely speak English, and yet they open the movie by showing that he's a marvel of a salesman on the telephone. He sells 200 mattresses per phone call and like 4,000 mattresses a week before Christmas because that's what people buy. I suppose it's crap like that I just love.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's a scene that has a Santa with nunchucks. And...
Okay, so how about a movie that's not garbage and hot mess? Like
I don't know. His interaction with Sinbad in that movie.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sinbad is like. I'm still trying to figure out if he's got to be metaphorical because he just appears like all the time. Whenever Harold that's Arnold Schwarzenegger's name is Harold, and he just goes throughout Minnesota, and every time he turns a corner, there's Sinbad. So
wasn't Harold the name of the rabbit in? I'm seeing a. Anyway, go on.
Are you talking about not Santa Claus and Bunny?
Yeah.
Wait.
No. When he said it's not a tumor, and that was Christmas cold.
No. In this movie, it's put the cookies down.
Put the cookies down.
We watch my cookies.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I need a different movie. I need something else. Give me something else.
Then I guess you're probably not going to be too impressed with Silent Night, Bloody Night.
Silent Night, Bloody Night, or Silent Night, Deadly Night? Because they're different.
It's a sequel. There's a whole genre.
There is.
Well, it was a remake, actually.
Silent Night, Deadly Night was one of the most effed up movies I ever saw, and it's a great movie. But I'm not sure. I guess it is a Christmas movie.
But I think the best one is Black Christmas, though.
Yeah, you watch a lot of movies, Brad.
Well,
he watches a lot of crap. That's kind of his job.
I'm looking for It's a Wonderful Life, A Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, I'm not the person to go to. Yeah,
apparently that was a bad idea bringing you on.
I mean, no. Like the Surviving Christmas. That's more in my vein, where Ben Affleck goes back to his childhood home, and that one I can watch repeatedly and just giggle my ass off the entire time because it's.
You realize it was a total flop, and it was a whole mess, and that there was no script, and that Ben Affleck is a terrible person. It's awful if you read about how that movie was made.
Yeah, they actually it was so bad they released it in October.
Yes. It was so bad. It's like Four Christmases. It's with Vince Vaughn.
Oh yeah, this is what I watch in the holidays, and outside of course, Hallmark movies. Yeah, I did because those come on, and I just sit there and do basically Mystery Science Theater. I just sit there and crack myself up, and after 20 minutes, it's like, okay, you're allowed to leave now, Brad.
It is the silliest thing. They start that before Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's been my household.
Oh, and my husband loves them. He loves them, and my kids love them. My mother-in-law loves them. And what sucks is I make fun of them, then I get stuck, and I'm watching them. And then I watch them.
No, did you know that Aliens is basically a Hallmark Christmas movie?
No.
Yeah, think about it. Here's a woman stuck in her job, and then she leaves off to a small town, meets a guy and a young daughter who are just looking to be a family, and it's a Hallmark movie. Sure, there's aliens in it, but still.
No.
She doesn't wear a scarf, and they don't kiss on Christmas Eve, Orty.
And we're going to break. Thank God. We'll be right back. Stay put.
Merry Christmas, I don't want to fight tonight.
Whether we realize it or not, everyone has been impacted by addiction. We all have family members, we all have friends that have faced this demon. But there's hope. There's hope in recovery. There's hope when we work together to rise above the plight of addiction. I'd like you to join Mac Mullings every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. on Rise Above Radio on KOKC 1520 AM, where they talk about the hope that is available to all of us.
And tell her, why is it always this way? Where is Rudolph? Where is Blitzen, baby? Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. All the children are tucked in their beds.
And we're back. Thank you for sitting through that break. It's a short one for us, and we're trying to get organized back here. We are with our Very Foo Christmas special, and we still have Beaker, I think, on the line with us. Are you there?
A slightly
yes, I am.
wetter Beak than he was before.
Slightly wetter Muppet. He's got some Christmas issues. Then we've got Orty on the line too, and Brad is with us. So we were talking about our favorite Christmas movies, and Brad and Orty took us in a weird direction with aliens. And what was it? The first one, Jingle All the Way. So yeah, that was special, you guys. So you were saying that Aliens is like a Hallmark movie. I don't think our audience got to hear why it's like a Hallmark movie. So, Orty, go ahead.
Okay, once again, she's stuck in a life-consuming job. She leaves for a small town, meets a man and a young girl who really just want to create a family unit, and it ends on a high note with them, getting together and all of them drifting off into peaceful cryogenic sleep.
Huh.
So, yes, it is a Hallmark Christmas movie. You're not buying the shit, are you?
I'm not going to buy that. No, I really don't buy that. But, it was amusing for you to try it. That was good. Merry Christmas. That was awesome. Since you guys really care what my favorite Christmas movie is, because you asked me so nicely, my favorite
Rick, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
No, I want to talk about mine. You guys suck. Fine. Rick, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Actually, it's kind of hard for me to pick my absolute favorite. I'm kind of torn between It's a Wonderful Life, because that's the one I like to watch with my grandma. But the one that was kind of my favorite for me as I got older, I've always been a fan of the Dickens Christmas Carol. I think my favorite rendition of it, though, was the one with Patrick Stewart playing Scrooge. But that's because I'm a nerd. Or not Scrooge, but anyway. You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean. So, anyway. Yeah, that works.
I take it back. He was Scrooge. Never mind. Duh. I'm trying to juggle too many things.
Yeah, see, Orty did it to you, not me. I was all about talking about me and my favorite, but no, he had to do that, so it's Orty's fault.
So, Foo, what is your favorite holiday movie?
Oh my gosh, Brad, I'm so excited that you asked, and how thoughtful of you to think of me. No, I actually really, really like A Christmas Story, and I know it is like such a go-to, and everyone loves it because they play it over and over again. But I remember when we actually got to see it, the first time I saw it was in junior high, and our English teacher had it on VHS. And I was shocked that she let us watch it in school because of all the things that were going on. I think I was 13. And the things that they were saying in this movie. And it was wonderful. And I still love it. And it's like my husband wants to watch it in July. So I try not to do I try to limit it. But yeah, that's my favorite. Mainly because I love the mother. And I love that the only person he doesn't ask for the BB gun is the one who gets it for him.
Aw, you and Rick came up with the most traditional movie. I'm not even going to say that they were boring and unoriginal because I think it's obvious to everybody.
Yeah, the one thing, there's a film theory about It's a Wonderful Life, in that George Bailey is actually in hell. Because, well, think about it. For a second. So throughout the whole movie, all he wants to do is leave town. First, his brother goes off to work, so he can't leave town because he has to. And then, his family gets sick, and then he's going to get married, and his whole life he's wanted to leave the town. And then he's realized that the town can't go on without him. So he's actually in hell because he can't leave. The one thing he wants to do, he's so busy taking care of everybody else that he can't do the one thing that he wants to do for himself.
Well, it sounds like more like purgatory.
Well, okay, that's fair, but still.
What is wrong with you people?
Morty,
God,
why do you,
dude.
Morty?
If you
Why
don't
do you have to
understand
take
film
everything?
theory, because there are layers to all this stuff, and what they write the script, and then you incorporate the. I honestly, I think you're overthinking this because in the 40s they were cranking these movies out at like 2-month intervals.
I will tell you,
boom. They didn't have time for medical.
I hate it. I still hate Miracle on 34th Street. I think it's crap. I hate that movie. And I feel bad because people are like, oh my God, it's such a wonderful story. I think it's so boring, and I think I can't make it through it.
Wow, miracles are boring to you.
No, the movie sucks. I hate it. I mean,
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings, but they don't tell you that every time a mousetrap snaps, one gets set on fire.
Morty,
what are you drinking?
Why do you have to destroy everything that's nice about a movie?
What are you drinking now?
Yeah, you could have stopped after everything nice. Why do you have to destroy everything nice?
I mean, do you guys have anything like holiday traditions that are nice?
Well, yeah, I'll start this one. On our street we have the most decorations. It's our thing. But what we like to do is get into the car and then go drive around town and look at everybody else's too. And that's our Christmas Eve thing. Is just family gets in the car and we go and just check everything out. That and make a prime rib, but that's our basic Christmas traditions.
That and make prime rib. I love that. That's awesome. Brad, do you have a tradition?
Yeah, I think I've got a massive extended family down here, and every year we get some people that come in from out of town with their kids. We're doing it this Sunday where the sister-in-law's house, they're going to crank up the AC in the morning. Brother-in-law's going to get his retrofitted cooler with dry ice, start pumping it out, get the house down to about 40, 35 degrees, and everybody dresses up in pajamas. We watch Polar Express in 3D. The kids all have hot chocolate. I'm in charge of the hot toddies. It's that kind of thing. So it's kind of like our kickoff for the immediate holiday.
Are you being serious? You really do all that?
Well, I don't do all that. They do all that. I make the drinks. They do all the stuff at their house. But yeah, that's something. We'll probably have like 25 people at the house all freezing our ass off watching the movie.
Do you guys
Won't anybody think of the carbon footprint?
That is insane. I'm all
Al
excited.
Gore is appalled.
Because I've got the elf on the shelf and all this stuff in my house, and I'm like, never mind, you win.
Oh no, we're going to be sitting on the sofa and seeing our own breath while we're watching.
That sounds
Polar
like
Express.
fun.
Yeah,
Kinda.
and understand too, I'm in South Florida if people don't understand, so it's going to be probably relative 60 degrees outside, so we have to fabricate this whole.
Wow.
It's our thing.
How long have you been doing that?
It's probably our 4th or 5th year doing so.
That's interesting.
It's actually really rad.
That is. I mean,
I love this whole veiled. Well, that's interesting. That's one thing you can do at Christmas.
I'm trying to process it because it's so much more. I'm thinking, we like hand each other fruit cakes, and I'm thinking like really simple, and you take it like to the next level with like fog machines and stuff, and
on Saturday we have to go and buy the frozen CO2 in bulk, and we cart those in while he's pumping them into the cooler, and then the kids are all done up in their snuggies while I'm getting yelled at. Brad, I need another one. So.
Wow. Okay. I would never have expected. I think of really. Okay, I gotta say, whoever's moving around and sounds like that, either mute yourself. I'm going to come through this mic and get you. Beaker, is that you?
I'm not moving.
Who's moving? Because it's. Anyway, Sorry, I had to go homicidal rabbit for just a minute. And I lost.
Bending an elbow. That's all I'm doing.
Knock it off. Which, yeah, you make a noise.
Calm down, Mom.
Quit totally, Mom. I'm like, who's doing that? But no, I was really thinking holiday traditions. Like, oh, we open our presents on Christmas Eve, or you go look at Christmas lights, and you guys do a whole.
Oh, sorry. Did I have too many special effects going?
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Rick, are you there?
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I'm going to get yelled at for making some weird noise or something.
Merry Christmas. Now it really is a Christmas special. You got yelled at.
Rick, we can hear you. Can you turn your microphone off, please? Who was getting upset?
I'm fine. I just couldn't. I felt like maybe it was just me hearing it. It was making me nutty, and I get nutty.
I'm honestly not sure who that was, but I was muted at the time, so you can't blame me. Anyway.
Well, I could blame you, but it wouldn't matter anyway.
Well, you could,
Rick, what are your holiday traditions?
You could, but then I'd just mute everybody and finish your show for you.
That would be okay. People would be okay with that. So what are your holiday traditions?
Actually, we have a bunch of holiday traditions. So, because my wife's grandparents are deceased, so for her side of the family, our house has kind of become Christmas headquarters. So on Christmas Eve, we usually spend that night with my parents, and we open presents over there, and then everybody comes to my house Christmas Day, and we have a big dinner, and then everybody opens presents, and then normally we send the kids outside, and they just, unless it's freezing outside, but I don't know. As far as really, really big traditions, we really don't have anything major except, like I said, we're the place that everybody comes to for Christmas dinner.
I think that is so cool.
We used to have to cram 14 Christmases in because, this whole blended family thing all over the place. It was crazy. When my kids were little, we were going to 3 Christmases on Christmas Eve and 3 Christmases on Christmas Day. I'm just glad everybody's grown up now and everybody comes to my house because I'm too old for that crap now.
So you had 14 Christmases?
Not really. It was an exaggeration, but it was usually about 3 on Christmas Eve and then 3 on Christmas Day. So it was usually about 6.
That's crazy. That's really, but see, that's kind of what I was thinking. We do this, we do that, and Brad brings out the fog machine.
Well, Brad is the George Lucas of Christmas. He has to have special
This is effects. A good point. He's also the one who brought up, Jingle All the Way is his favorite. So, I guess we can go there with that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I like to go the extra mile for the children.
You go the extra mile for the children. Oh, my God.
That's not about the children, sir. Don't lie. You just like watching.
Yeah. We always, our big thing is we write letters to Santa and leave cookies, and we do the carrots for the reindeer. And Santa one year was so good about it that we left the house. We came back and there were presents under the tree, and the kids had no idea how he got back in the house. That's really been the big thing for us is Santa always outsmarts all of us in my house. And I guess it doesn't take much with me, but that's our big thing is Santa's smarter than Mom and Dad in this house. So, yeah, and this year my family's coming here from Wyoming for the first time. So I have a whole house full of people. So this will be a new tradition, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think
I like new traditions.
This is our new one.
Foo?
Because
why did you tweet out a picture of Santa twerking? I have to ask this question.
Because that's my new tradition.
That is gross.
It was to make sure people knew we were festive and shit.
That was just wrong on so many levels. I opened up Twitter and all of a sudden I have Santa's ass shaking in my face. I was like, what the hell?
Tomorrow he's going to swing on a wrecking ball.
Oh, but it worked. I saw what I was trying to say, and so it worked out just fine, don't you think?
Hey, whatever works.
It got your attention. Listen to you.
I'm all flummoxed now. It's a good thing I have a counter to keep me on track.
I try to keep track of the timer too, and I think I'm still so mind blown about the Polar Express thing that I'm all over the place. I'm trying to envision all the work that goes into that, and
I'm going to have to send you pictures of this, aren't I?
You're going to have to. I'm going to need a tweet by tweet of what's going on with your family. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's going to have to live tweet his Christmas.
He's going to live tweet Polar Express for us with his family.
Usually I do that at our holiday parade here in town. Normally they just have the most bizarre things that show up each year that make no sense. This year they were kind of low key, but there were a few little things that didn't make sense. They unrolled the RV from our police department, so I totally went diehard and said, "Oh, the cops have an RV."
We'll be right back. Stay put.
Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gonna make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
Say Santa to a boy child, what have you been longing for?
And we're back from break. Thank you for staying put with us. We actually let the Muppet go. He's not feeling great. And so I pulled the mom voice again and told him to get out because we don't want him to feel bad. We loved having him on, and he did write something really cool for the show that we're going to try and con Brad into reading here in a little bit before we go off the air, because it's brilliant, because Beak is an amazing writer. And if you don't get a chance to hear his parody work, he and Al do amazing things. Already, what are they called again?
They are the Third Rail Ramblers.
I knew you would know. I never can remember. I just suck at that because I think of them as Beak and Al. But I'm thinking what we're going to do, guys. Hey, Rick.
See.
Hello.
We're getting yelled at in chat for not swearing. Calm down, fuckers. It's Christmas, all right?
Give me a fucking break. I'm trying to get organized. How long do we have before we're done with Mojo? Because I want to make sure that we saved Brad for our KLRN family since they listen to us live.
We have exactly 9 minutes and 23 seconds until we sign off for Mojo.
Okay, so after 9 minutes, we have 9 minutes. I don't know, Brad, do you want to read for Mojo? Because it's a good audience there, too.
You tell me. I'm in your hands.
You're in my hands. That's a scary thing.
I'm sorry. I probably should. As soon as I said that, I should. It's your decision entirely.
Phrasing. Just saying.
It has been one of those nights, hasn't it, between geez, ho, 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 tramp stamp, and now that. You know what? I think what we should do, if you're game, and I know I tease Brad a lot about his voice, but it's because it's so good. It's like he was born to do this. Beak actually wrote a really amazing rendition of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And if Brad has it in front of him, I was going to turn over and let him read this. And remember, who wrote it is Beak. Brad, are you game?
Sure. I guess so. Let's do this. I mean, you always build me up like that. I have no concept of how I even sound.
Well, I'm not a nice person in general, so if you sucked at this, I would tell you. So the fact that I'm telling you how good you are at it, you're good at it.
So you can understand how off balance I am as a result.
Yes, true. I'm usually really
saying these things to me are like, what the hell is happening?
It's really confusing after I yelled at you guys earlier for making noise on the line. Okay, no, I mean it. You're good at this, and I know when you read it will be better if I read it. So I'm going to turn it over to you to read Beak's rendition of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
All right. Well, bear with me. I'm coming in on this completely dry, so
still be good. So
If I stumble or start cracking up and break character, bear with me. So what are we going to call it? It's like Christmas on the Potomac?
something
like
that'll
Okay.
work. Go ahead.
All right. 'Twas the night before Christmas when through the White House, not an a-hole was tweeting, not even Cohen, that louse. The indictments were sung by the media with flair in hopes that some jail time soon would be there. Those bastards were nestled all snug in their heads, while visions of my destruction danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap. Hot damn, she looks good. Give me credit for that. When from the front lawn there arose such a clatter. Now, what was I saying? Like that really matters. Anyway, to the window I flew like a flash, which is saying quite something with the size of my ass. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave memories of porn stars that I once did know. And what did Nika of Pompeo she feared? My attention he wanted straight up to his rear. A good thing progressive, her allegiances stick. Or without a job, she'd find herself quick. Now, what was I saying? The lawn, yes, insane. More press they assembled, I knew them by name. Acosta, that asshole, and even Wolf Blitzer. Potato and Maddow and Tapper. How nifty. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. I didn't build that. No hair on my balls. I promised it's true. I did not know why. I swore and I said right up to the sky. But I heard them laughing. They knew the truth. My promise meant nothing. Supporters got screwed. Our borders so porous. Though I relented. The state remains open. The shutdown prevented. And debt in the trillions, a jolly old romp, as foolish as thinking I'd be draining the swamp. Obama, a rock star, all knee pads and praising. These bastards, they hate me, just constant complaining. Unemployment is down, it's almost historic. The coverage, it's absent, and even dysphoric. And prison reform, straight in the bag. No love for me, do nothing but nag. My rambles are endless, my focus ungainly. So I think I will end this and stop my complaining. To the press I must say, my large ass, they may bite. Merry Christmas to all, and to me, don't indict.
I had to mute my microphone.
I had to mute. I was laughing. That was good. Beak is awesome. And excellent reading, Brad.
Oh, Brad, I told you. And then what's really great, guys, is Beaker wrote that with like an hour to go.
I came very close to muting a couple times, I gotta say.
He's really sick. He still came on this show, and he wrote that, and he's sick. And I yelled at him for making noise, and now I feel like a schmuck. But I will tell you guys, where I almost died laughing was hot damn, she looks good. Give me credit for that. Oh my God, I had to mute. That was it.
Well, I mean, just give me a little bit of credit for professionalism here that I could actually read through a line about Trump's testicles and not pick up too much there. So.
Oh, and what's really great is you did a great job, and I knew you would. And you did that cold and didn't laugh. I would have broke I don't know how many times. We actually do have Mo on the line. Mo, Rick, she says she's on hold. Do you have her?
I'm working on grabbing her now. I just saw her come on. Hang on.
Giggity.
Rick, phrasing.
He's working on grabbing her.
Oh, hush. You all.
I was jealous, dude. Just
right.
Be nice to Mo. She's a classy chick, and this is not a classy show. So you need to be nice to Mo.
She just got off a plane from Jersey. I mean, come on.
So this is going to be a break
have to bear
even.
with me for a second while I get her connected because it's going to have to dial in.
This free conference call is provided
Oh,
by
my
Uber
goodness. Hey, there's
Conference.
your girlfriend again there,
Oh,
Artie.
she's so hot.
Hey, Mo. Hey, that's like.
So
how
now
you
Mo
doing?
should be able to
No.
hear us.
Hello? Is it Mo?
Can y'all
Is
hear
she
me?
there?
It's Mo.
Hey!
Mo!
Hey, you made it! Did you have a nice flight?
Finally. Oh, it was very nice. They always park at the very last, at O'Hare at the very last, spot at the concourse. So it took me a nice long 30 minutes to get back to my car. But I'm here. Hi.
And you were,
How's everybody
and
doing?
what a trooper. You're on a plane, you have to deal with O'Hare, and you still called in. God love you.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. I love you guys.
Did you go to the Joe Piscopo Chapel?
I did not know
Hey.
there was a Joe Piscopo Chapel, and now I need to go.
Next time you're in Jersey for an hour.
You don't even want to know what you've missed.
Right.
This has been an insane 2 hours. It was bad. But, here we are. I even yelled at people on the phone. I got crabby,
Good.
and you missed
That's
it.
what I
It was
expect.
exciting. I know. What do they expect at this point?
We were shocked by that, by the way.
Yeah, they could tell how shocked they were. When I was like, someone's making noise. Stop it. We talked about what's your favorite Christmas movie?
What is my? I love A Christmas Story. I know it's like very cliche, but that movie cracks me up every single time.
Me too. See, suck it, guys.
Every
Okay, and then do you have a holiday tradition? Off the top of your head, I know.
Yeah, I make cookies every year. A lot of cookies.
Like what kind of cookies?
Tons.
Yay! Can I come to your house and hang out and eat cookies?
Yes, of course. Anytime. My favorites are these hazelnut cookies with chocolate filling. They're really good.
You had me at
That's the
hazelnut.
one I make every
And chocolate
year.
filling.
I
Nutella!
I figured, Arby.
Right?
I figured.
Oh my God! So cookies and A Christmas Story. See, she's smarter than everybody already.
She is smarter than all of us.
She is combined.
Boring.
Oh boy! Just because you like
I'm
the movies
very
with Arnold
excited to
Schwarzenegger in it.
listen. And I'm very excited to hear what everybody else's answers were because mine was kind of boring.
Mine was yours, and we're rock stars. They're the ones who are boring. Brad,
Oh,
what was
that's
your
right.
favorite movie?
Well, we were talking about films that had exploding helicopters and Arnold Schwarzenegger taking out a phalanx of Santas with a candy cane.
So Commando.
Mm-hmm.
I love Commando. That's like the best movie ever.
No, actually, Jingle All the Way has a Santa with nunchucks that are candy canes.
Of course.
Bad.
Mine was
Yes.
Scrooged.
Ortiz was Scrooged.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
Beak
it's-
was Scrooged too.
Yeah.
But I shooed Beak away because he was sick.
Oh, poor Beak.
Yeah, he's not feeling good. And he still wrote
Uh,
"Twas the Night Before Christmas," and he was still here for most of the show until I shoot him away because he was sick.
Oh, he is a trooper.
He really is. He's so
So
amazing.
nobody
And we have
picked-
such amazing people in our little group and who listen to the show and even in the sucky chat. We really do have some amazing people. Now, Mo, we have you on the line. I'm going to let you know in a few seconds we're going to cut out from Mojo, our friends at Mojo Radio, and then we're going to come back and what we have, like 5 minutes left for KLRN. So do you mind hanging tight while we break out, and then we'll be right back?
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, guys at Mojo 50. Thanks for listening to this very few Christmas special. I hope you enjoy it. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you have a Merry, Merry Christmas from all of us here, even the Amish guy. And we'll see you next year.
I wanna go riding in a one-horse sleigh. I don't care about a winter wonderland anyway. I don't wanna build a man out of ice and snow.
And we're back. See how that works? It's really fancy. Our friends here at KLRN, we are live with you. Mo, are you still on the line?
I am still here.
Yay! Okay, so
Wait, question. Did you just say see you next year to Mojo?
I did.
So they're going to think we don't have a show next week.
I totally forgot it was like not the last of the year.
Damn it.
Rick can fix it. Rick, you can fix
We'll
it.
edit that in post.
I can cut that part out.
I'm tired. I never do 2 hours anymore. You guys have to. You have to take care of these things because I
Hey,
don't
Sam.
know how anymore.
Sam, phrasing.
Phrase what? Oh my God, it's been so bad. So yeah, we'll need to fix that in post because there will be one more show. Even if I'm not around, you guys are going to do your show. So, but no, we have. What do we have left now?
We got Mo. I mean, just run with Mo.
Run with Mo.
It's like running with scissors, but different.
But
and
better. Of course it's better. Actually, you know what I need to do, since I have Mo on the line and I have you here, and Brad may not know about this, but these people, I have some amazing friends, you guys, you have to know about this listening. These people decided to play elves and send my family a bunch of ham and bacon and chocolate and cookies and pears, and I have no idea what is going on, but you know, I think it's interesting that we're talking about Christmas and being grateful that even as a big mouthy mean full of herself rabbit that I take a minute and talk about how grateful I am for my friends who did this for me. And it was Mo and RB and a bunch of other people who are in this little group that did something really nice and freaked me out. It was something I did not expect. And when I saw this crazy perishable thing on my front doorstep and it was a giant ham and bacon, my first thought was, who did this? So I'm just taking a moment to be humbled. This doesn't happen. It won't happen again, so don't get used to it. But to say thank you, since I have Mo on the line and Ordy is here. And if you guys ever make me cry like that again, I will kick you both really, really hard. But it was really nice. My kids think you're the coolest people on the planet for sending us chocolate and cookies. So thank you both for what you did. And I know I told the group thanks, but since I have you on the phone, I thought I would do that now.
Well, to give the backstory on that a little bit, Beaker approached all of us, because you just lost your grandmother-in-law. Grandmother-in-law. And
grandfather-in-law.
Yeah, and so we know that you didn't. I mean, when you had family coming and with the grieving and everything, just one meal you didn't have to worry about. So Beak put this all together, and we all gave in. So
yes, because it is a ridiculous amount of food and beautiful food. These pears are gorgeous. You wouldn't believe these things, guys. And so now that we're being nice and we have these few minutes with KLRN, I think it's nice to be grateful and say thank you and to be humbled for just a moment, because it doesn't happen very often.
Ever.
Yeah, shut up. It doesn't happen very often for me. So I'm very grateful for my friends at Christmas, and so thank you. And that's enough of that.
We were so happy to do it.
That's very sweet. I mean, I'm hearing about ham and bacon being delivered, and I just got to say, apparently Mo doesn't have my address.
It was, dude, and then that's like pounds and pounds of bacon, and it's like a ham the size of my head, and it's a book of cookies and it's like pears and there's C's candies, and I don't know how they figured out nobody does this kind of stuff, outside my family. So it really freaked me out. And Beat kind of warned me. He said, hey, some elves have done some things, so don't, but I thought it'd be something online or something, and there you have it. So, Christmas is a time of year where you realize how good people really are, even when you think most people are garbage. You realize that there are good people. And there are things to celebrate besides getting a bunch of stuff from your friends. It's that people care about you. Not me, I don't care about anybody, but there are people who care about you, and you have to remember that and be grateful. And that's a Christmas time is a wonderful time to do that. So, yeah, and I'm done talking about it now. It's on to you now, Ordy. You talk about, what are you grateful for?
I'm just kind of bummed I wasn't told this was going on, or I would have found a way to contribute. So
I had, it was, these people are maniacs, and they decided that they were going to send my family a bunch of stuff. And it has been a really... my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are all coming here. This will be the first Christmas that she's not spent in Wyoming, and she's almost 70 years old. And it is also her first Christmas without her mom and dad. And so we're trying very hard to make sure that she has a wonderful Christmas. I've strung Christmas lights all over her bedroom. And so all of this is really nice, and she has no idea that that's here yet. I'm going to tell her when she gets here.
Well, Rick, in fairness, when Beak put the DM room together, he had a few cocktails beforehand, so we kept going. We need to add. So we had to tell the story. Mo, like 5-6 times.
Yes, we told the pirate. Someone's like, one person was dropped in and was like, "What's going on here? Why am I here?"
Well, what are the meat givers?
So the only thing I have to say is the Newsies bacon is the best. So hoard it. Don't just give it away, Sam. Hoard it. It's so good.
Don't crumble that shit on a salad or anything. That's
no. It's just
that's
you should
sacrilege.
It is
that's just eat. You just eat it. You don't put anything on it. You just eat it. And then the other thing, I really owe Musket a happy birthday, because I told him I would say happy birthday to him if I was on there. So happy birthday, Musket.
Definitely
he was part of the group too.
Happy birthday, Patriot Musket. And then we also need to say hey to Foo's curmudgeon. Is it Andrew Young? Is that his name? Because I always see
Andrew Young.
I told him we'd give him a shout out. He wanted bourbon too, but that's not happening.
How do we get bourbon over internet?
I don't
radio?
know. He's kind of weird and old and crazy, so I just take what he says and I ignore it. He'll love that.
As soon as we figure out how to do that, we'll be billionaires.
I'm telling
Is there
you.
total wine in his neighborhood?
Yeah.
We should send him bourbon.
Voice of
yes.
experience, just saying.
Just saying, yeah. But see, so this has been a nice Christmas show. I think G was going to try and come back, but I know we had a lot of stuff going on. So we've really had a lot of fun. It's been just a train wreck like usual. So, hey, Brad. What are you most grateful for as we're getting ready to start winding down here soon?
Oh, jeez. You're throwing me a curveball here, but...
See, that's what I'm doing. That's all about the show. Welcome aboard.
Okay, thank you. You suck. Let's see. I mean, basically, yeah, I've been, grinding for the better part of this year with 2 jobs and all of that. And I've been blessed enough to join ranks with yourself over at Twitchy. I'm very grateful for that. And
We're very grateful for that.
It's really fallen into, I mean, it's kind of weird for me that so much has fallen into place. Our corporate structure at my office job is, they were doing some restructuring over there. So I started putting feelers out, reached out. They mentioned Twitchy to me from the corporate headquarters. They're like, well, Twitchy might be available. And they sent me that email. And my first response was, fuck yes. And I recalibrated my email and said, I might be interested in that position.
Oh, yeah.
And, I'm very grateful to be setting up shop with you guys over there. So I'm looking forward to, after New Year's ramping up there full time. But
yeah,
literally today, I mean, I punched out for the last time. It was my last day in the office. I was going to punch out at 5. I was like, fucking, I'm punching out at 3. Went to a bar, started writing up, started doing some work, hitting the ground running. I'm grateful for the fact that I can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to joining the Bent Minds over at Twitchy.
There's a lot of us, yeah. I mean, it makes total sense to have you there. You're warped and crazy like the rest of us, so it'll be all great. And since I own Twitty, it makes sense,
Well, that's why I'm saying thankful to you.
Since you own
Miss
Twitchy,
Malkin.
next time there's an opening, just saying.
All right.
Well, we didn't know. It was like, oh, look, there's an opening. Okay, great. We like Brad's awesome.
What do you mean you didn't know? You just said you own Twitchy. You should know everything.
Yeah, it's the whole yacht thing. Orny, what are you grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful for my family, obviously, but really I'm grateful for our online family, the chat, our listeners. They encourage my behavior, which, and every time I get suspended, they come right back. And then it's just, they're awesome. But, my family, just being able to spend as much time with them as I do, I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, okay, Mo. I was going to ask you, what are you most grateful for?
Well, my family first, obviously. I have 2 great kids and a wonderful husband, and we all love the Pauls, right? I'm also grateful for Newski's Bacon.
Yes.
And Newski's Bacon is the best, and I'm grateful very much for you guys. You're really good friends. It's really kind of weird to have like online friends. I never have experienced this before, but it's very, very great to have you all in my life and to talk to you guys and laugh with you and have fun with you. And I'm also grateful for people listening to me and the people on Twitter who I interact with. They're fun. Good group.
No, it was a good group. That was really sweet. Rick, I was going to ask you.
I mean, mine starts out a lot like Mo's. I'm really happy and thankful for my family. We're all happy, healthy. We have roofs over our heads, food in the cabinet, have jobs, multiple, unfortunately. I'm grateful that I have a day job that allows me the freedom to be able to take as much time off as I want to do things that I like to do on the side. I'm grateful that I've met some really awesome people along the way. I mean, this is something that I've been doing now for 11 years in one form or another. I started as, this all started as a Facebook page, and then I had a friend who started an online newspaper. I was chief editor over there for like 4 years, and then eventually got the idea of, this is really taking off on Facebook. We could probably do podcasting, and that when you guys know the rest of the story, so I'm not going to go into the rest of that. But I've met a lot of great people along the way, Ordy and Sam included, believe it or not, even though Sam yells at me all the time. I'm just
I
playing.
just yelled at one person. Get over it.
But you don't know who it was, so we're going to play it up to the hilt.
Cry, baby.
Just because. But, I mean, honestly, you guys are I mean, there have been some amazing things that have happened to me over the last year. This is now becoming more and more of a profession. I now have a fill-in status on 2 local stations. I've been doing a handful of shows. I'm being talked to right now about potentially getting a morning show again. So we'll see what happens with that. And it's most of it's because of you guys. Because I mean, like I said, this is something that I've been doing for 11 years. There have been lots of false starts. There's been times when it looks like it was really going to take off, and then it just blew up. And every time I was ready to throw it all in, you guys are like, "You can't go anywhere. We only do this because of you, you bastard." So I'm like, "Okay, fine. We're going to keep going."
Thanks a lot for that. Bastard.
But yeah, that's I mean, you guys are what I'm thankful for. My family's what I'm thankful for. Everybody that tunes in. I mean, if you count everywhere that our shows get listened to, we have literally hundreds of thousands of people that tune in every month, which absolutely amazes me because it's just crazy. I mean,
literally dozens of people listen to us.
No. I mean, even this, even our little website that nobody really knows about yet, because the show gets syndicated everywhere else, so they don't care because they can listen to it wherever they want. We're hitting over 250,000 plays a year at this point.
Wow,
that's not huge, but that's not small either.
That's huge.
Not for a little website in Oklahoma that nobody knows about. That's pretty good numbers.
That's good.
Damn,
numbers.
I should have been nervous about this.
So I'm telling you, yeah, you're big time now, dude. But that was cool. No,
that was like the time I appeared on Rick's show, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, this is going terrestrial, and you'll have about 3 million listeners by the end of the weekend." And I'm like, "Oh, I should have known."
Well, I cut my hair.
Was that me?
I would have shaved my balls or something.
All right. That's great. We're done here. All right.
To be fair, at least I told you after the show, not before.
Oh my God! Well, on the whole shaving of the balls thing, I think we're about ready to wrap up. I know we're a little over. Thank you guys for staying with us as you did. I'm of course grateful for my family and for my friends and for all of you, even the sucky chat. I'm grateful for all of you who listen to us and put up with us and are here with us. I am constantly amazed that you do this with us every week, and I'm grateful. As far as Twitcher, I can't talk. I'm getting tired. Twitter and Twitchy and all the people who read me and put up with me and deal with me and actually pay attention. I'm so grateful. We are all so blessed to live in this country. And even if you don't always agree with what's going on, there's no better place to be. So on that note, we will be back live next week. We'll probably do, a whole year in review or whatever, right, Orty?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll also be doing, how to design a really good shiffer robe.
Awesome. That should be a great show. That'll be next week. You know what, you guys, where can people find you? Mo, I've got you on the line. How can people find you and learn more about what you're doing?
So you can find me at moleratty.com, which is the dumbest handle ever. I don't know why I ended up with that handle, but MOLRATTY.com.
Right.
Or not that,
Love it.
but at Moleratty.
At Moleratty. Brad, where can they find you?
Well, I'm so desperate for attention that I'm all over the internet, but you can find me. There's this website called Twitchy I've heard about.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's supposed to be, I'll show up at that place. You'll find me at Red State. You'll find me sometimes at the Federalist, sometimes at Hollywood in Toto. Also, if you go to Twitter, at Martini Shark.
Orty, where do people find you?
Well, I haven't been suspended from Twitter yet, so you can still find me on Twitter as @OrtyPackard, and you can find me here every Wednesday night with you on KLRN Radio.
Look at you being all professional. Okay, guys, and you can find me a little old website called twitchy.com. You can also find me on Twitter at POLITIBUNY. This has been a great show. I know we're over. Thanks for staying with us. We'll be back live next week. In the meantime, have the merriest of Merry Christmas and a blessed holiday with your friends and family. Big kisses and hugs, and I hope Santa does well for you. Guys, anything else?
Programming note, since we did run long, I won't actually be doing my Off the Rails show tonight. I know everybody's heartbroken about that, but I'm not, because I actually am starting to feel better, so I'm going to take some more medicine, go to bed, and try to sleep this crap the rest of the way off. Merry Christmas!
Awesome! Merry Christmas, you
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next week.
And just for fun, because it's going to be the last time I get to play it this year, we're going out with the intro. We'll see you guys next week.
Hail Hydra!
All seem to say, throw cares away.